What's going on, chat? We live right now, man. Shout out to everybody who pulled up earlier on the other chat with Days World. Shout out to Days World and Mama Pat. It was a good time talking to them. Finally got a chance to talk to her, chop it up with her, and meet her. But today we got another special guest, man. It's my boy Uncle Bito, man. I've been rocking with him for a few now. I say we go way back. I say we go back like September, maybe August. I'm not sure.
I'm about to say
When
like
we
August,
first
July, since the
yeah,
beginning.
yeah, yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Right when I first started, I had just started around that time in July.
Mhm.
So yeah, when I first started, he was one of the first people. Actually, might be the first creator I might have actually spoken to. And we built it quick. We got on the phone and all that. We got on FaceTime. My boy he was in the whip. You know what I'm saying? I think he was sitting in the Benz or something. I don't know what was going on. He had the moon roof. I was like, this man don't need no freaking YouTube money, man. What is this dude? Where's he going? Yeah, he was in the city somewhere. But he hopped out. He went to a fancy building made of glass. I was like, oh no, this dude, he don't need no YouTube. I don't know what he got going on. But shout out to
Moving a
everybody
little
in the
different.
chat. What up, man? Uncle Bito, what's going on with you today, bro? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. Feeling good. I'm glad that we finally got the link up, man. Like I was telling people in my live a little earlier, I was like, yo, I think it's been since like July, August since we actually spoke like this. We chopped it up, through the DMs and everything. But
Yeah,
this has been a long time coming, dog. So
it has
I'm
been a
glad we
while.
finally made it happen, man. Happy Easter, man. You know what I'm saying? All that good stuff, man.
Appreciate it. Likewise.
Yeah, dog. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
A lot of things are happening. It's important to factor in the fact that I mean you almost at 8K right now, so the channels have been growing. So that's what's up.
Yes, sir. Yes,
I'm
sir.
happy to see that, man. I think when I met you, I think you had like 2K. You had like
Yeah, I
two.
was, it
Yeah,
was like
yeah.
one or two, something
Yeah,
small,
it was
man.
like one and a half or something, like almost 2K. So listen,
Yeah.
you gotta be proud of them numbers you bringing in, man. You coming at 8K and you be grinding extra hard, bro. You might be one of the hardest working freaking creators I know, dog, because you always got a video popping up. I'm like, yo, how this dude going to work, coming here, putting out 20 videos a week, and he putting out shorts, he's putting out Instagram links. I'm like, bro, I don't got it in me, bro. I'm trying to
I
work.
figured,
I'm doing the lives, you feel me? I'm doing the lives, but I got to
right.
feed Patreon. I was like, I don't know how this man on here on YouTube this much. This man, you working, dog, you working, and I'm happy to see it. And honestly, that was
Appreciate it.
kind of the early conversations we had, like as far as like my channel kind of took off a little early, you know what I'm saying? And I remember we was chopping it up about just like what I'm doing and stuff like that, and how we can help each other out, of course, right? But yeah, I feel like you definitely took heed to what our conversation was, and your channel's been growing ever since. So that just shows consistency and real determination.
Absolutely.
Happy to see it, man. That's why I built this platform right here. Like it may not be huge right now, but this platform is important to me. Like potting with a goat and bringing in other up and coming creators who are grinding. Because by the time when we reach that plateau, when we sitting on like 100K or 200K or a million subscribers, we still gonna be here grinding with this platform right here, and this is gonna be the platform really. When I put somebody on here, they really gonna get the eyes on them. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna keep growing. We're gonna keep doing this. You feel me? We just gonna we gonna keep grinding. But listen, I'm happy to see your channel growing, bro. So before we get into it, man, just wanted to ask me how you feeling, how you doing,
Feeling great, man. I'm
going
just
on,
fighting
man?
the cold, man. I feel like every time we be on these things, I think one of us is always fighting the cold or
Yeah,
recovering from something, man. So
the
it's that
last time I
season, though,
was
man.
done for. I took 2 weeks
Listen.
off. I was like, I'm done. I can't do any of this right now. I gotta
See,
I gotta sit back for a little bit. I gotta sit.
I hear
It
that.
might be that cat why you got a cold, bro.
But
That
there ain't
boy
no cats,
Vito
so
love them
I'm trying to
cats.
turn it around, man. I work in a hospital, dog, so I got to deal with all that stuff all day too, man. So I'm
Yeah,
definitely
you
catching
all
something
around.
over there
You all around sickness all day, man.
all the time, man. Let me tell you. But
That's up, man.
don't
But
knock
yeah,
it
my
off.
boy Bito, man, he hailing from Boston. He representing hard body, man. He always representing. If you go to his channel, just know it's green, man. Just know it's green when you pull up. He about that money and he about them Celtics, boy. But let me tell you, I was making the thumbnail. I was like, man, let me throw some green on here from my boy Bito, man. I threw some green on there. Don't worry about
I
it, man. I
appreciate you,
got you,
dog.
bro. I was gonna hit you with no New York blue. I got you, bro.
I was about to say, I won't be surprised if I see that orange and blue in there. You know what I'm saying? Those are my old high school friends. I would have respected it. You know what I mean?
I was gonna do it just to troll you.
I would have scowled as soon as I came on, like for real. I would have been like, MJ's gonna troll me, right? You
Nah,
know that, right?
buddy would have sent he would have sent the complaint, try to get my strike on my channel. Like, hold on,
Like, yo, some
we're gonna
copyright
take
shit.
care of that. That's easy. We'll take care of that easily. But what's up, though? What up, chat? Dave James. What up, James? What up with you? Who we got in the chat today, man? Pixie up in here. You already know. Jorge, what up, dog? Jorge, I'm waiting for your angels to pull up. Waiting for your Jorge's angels to pull up.
What up, Jorge, man? I appreciate you coming back and forth to the lives too, man. I see you in my lives as well too, so I appreciate you, man, as always.
Yeah, no doubt. Jorge's a big supporter, man. He's been supporting for a while, man. I mean, he worked hard over there on Vibe Reaction, but he somehow finds time to be on my lives. I'm like, bro, I messed around and gave him a wrench. I said, bro, just take this wrench because you always up in here. Like, dang.
Yeah, for that. I appreciate this community.
Soon as he pull up, he pull up, he like, yo, hit that like button. I'm like, dang, he didn't even say hi yet. Like, all right, bet. I said, yeah, take this wrench, bro. I said, you don't even got to do nothing. You don't even got to use this wrench, but just take it so that when I see you quicker and I can acknowledge you. You know what I'm saying?
That blue stands out.
Yeah, it's a fact. So what we got new, man? What you got coming up? You know what I'm saying? Like the week is just starting. You know what I'm saying? It's early, top of the week. Nobody likes Mondays. I do, but yeah, what's up?
I mean, I like my Monday today because I got it off, but generally I do not like Mondays, man. But what we got going on this week, man, is obviously just, a couple of lives and reactions. I started getting into this live thing, I want to say about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. So I'm just trying to get into that.
How you liking it?
Honestly, I'm loving it because it was a struggle at first when I was just talking to the screen and try to make it, captivate the audience. But knowing that I'm doing it live and there's people actually in it, it makes it a little bit easier. But I realize like a lot of stuff really is on the fly now versus before I can be like, oh, okay, I can walk.
Ain't no edit tricks. No edit tricks.
And I barely do the edit tricks, to be honest with you. But even then, so with certain things, I can cut this. Is none of that now. It's like, oh, you here, you got me. But I love it.
I got me. You got me. I fought it. You got me. You caught that.
Oops.
Cat. They called me. Cat was sleeping on my fitted right now. Y'all called me. I let the cat sleep on me.
Right.
You the cat man, bro. I bet it's the cat just be crawling around in the back. I'm like, yo.
They add to the show, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people love animals, so I'm like, go ahead, do what y'all want, man.
Hold on, does it say goat on your shirt?
Yes, it actually does, man. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Wiki dick.
That's flavor. Shout out to the boy Big Though pulling up with the goat on his shirt.
Paying the hobbits, man.
Hey, and shout out to Crow Reaction. She came up with a new acronym for that, and I'm rocking with it. I'm about to make clothing out of it and everything. I said, hey, you can get 10%. She said, you can have it, brother. That's for you. She said, grounded on artistic truth. Shout out to Crow Reactions. That's fire. That's fire. I got a few of them, greatest of all time. Obviously, that's been coined already. Grounded on artistic truth, of course. God over all things, of course. That's like my main plateau. But yeah, man, that's fire when she came up with that one. I was like, Crow, I need that. She was like, you can have it, bro. You can have
the merch idea right there.
I said what I'm gonna do, Crow. I'm gonna make it. My merch idea is gonna say goat, right, with the dots, whatever, and then it's gonna look like the definition in the dictionary. That's gonna be and on the bottom it's gonna say Crow Reactions as far as like who said it. It's quoted by. So I gotta give her a pub boom right there. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's a fire merch. I just got the LLC off the ground, so I'm finally gonna start putting out merch. I wasn't really trying to do anything without the LLC. I didn't want to mess with my taxes and stuff with my actual jobs because that stuff can come back on you, bro. So everybody been asking for merch, but I'm just like, yo, I gotta get it. It has to be business. It has to be business oriented.
Be a business, exactly. That's where I'm at myself too. I'm at that business crossroad of it. Like, I gotta get that off the ground. I want to make sure all my ideas and stuff is ready, and also have a proper website to have people go to, which I have all that lined up. But it's that LLC part first.
Yeah, so get that off the ground. That's easy cake. And I'm saying a little 300 or whatever. You get that off the ground.
I think it's 5 here. Yeah, I think it's 5.
It's 5 over there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm in Texas. Texas 300. I know New York.
Yeah, a little bit cheaper in the other places. In Massachusetts.
Well, in New York, it was 300 as well. But you know what? That was like 7 years ago. It might be up now. So that was my old business. I had a security business back in New York.
Right.
And, so I was having issues with getting the LLC here in Texas because they was like, you already got one. I'm just like, man, that joint's old. He's like, well, you gotta delete it or whatever. You gotta do something about it. So I was able to fix that. So now I'm good. Now I can't wait, man. Shout out to Elena Rose in here coming in with no super chats. I'm here. That's all. She said I'm here. That's all. She's silly. So but yeah, brother. So yeah, man. Let me know. So this week you putting out some content. You going live again? When's the next time you going live?
So I'm going live, and it's funny that we here because I'm actually starting like my podcast side of things. You know what I'm saying? Combos on the couch, couch conversations with Beto. So it's like I'm having, my own girl come on. Beto's Couch Conversations, but we're having an acronym. Okay. I'm having an acronym to it right now. It's just I'm rolling it out slowly but surely. But I have somebody coming on Friday. It's my home girl. She actually works with CMOS and big on women's health and everything. So I want to just start opening dialogues for
I
that.
like me some sea moss.
Yo, me too, man. It changed the brother's skin in his life a little bit. So I definitely
Right.
rock some sea moss, man. So I got that going on. I mean, the
My
content's
wife
always
does
gonna
too.
come because as you know what I'm saying, I'm always putting out stuff because I always just got things on deck. Like when I came into this, I came in it with like a 50 cent mindset in the K dot, not 1 plus, the stock approach, you know what I'm saying? Not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5. So I'm like, I'm always gonna have something on deck just in case there's days where I'm feeling down or not feeling like I can, have the energy to be in front of the screen. I'm always gonna have something ready. And I think the lives kind of help that a lot more too, to be honest with you. As like
I think the
busy
lives help improve. I think the lives help when you start doing lives. Like I've been doing lives since like September, but I haven't. I just now started doing them like where I'm scheduled every weekend. I'm doing like 3 or 4 lives. So I'm just to that point. But I think the lives help when it comes to doing a reaction later on.
Right.
Just doing a regular reaction, the lives help out because like the comfortability just I don't know, it rises. It's like I'm really in my nook right now. Like I'm good. Like it just makes reacting easier when you do like a regular reaction. You feel me? You kind of miss the live reaction. You're like, damn, I kind of wish this was live. It's a little.
Honestly, I haven't even done a regular reaction since the live, so I feel you. I'm just like, nah, I like this live a little better.
So what you do is you do them live, cut it up, and post it later. Like.
Exactly. That's what I've been doing, actually, to be real with you. That's why you've been seeing an uptick too. Like once I started doing these lives, I'm like, oh, I can just cut this up, do this here, do this there. Yeah, that's about 20 videos right there.
Elena here talking mess. You already know. You know how she get down.
Nah.
Emily, what up, Emily? How you doing? What up, Crook? I like seeing the OGs in the chat, man. We got 22 in the chat. Show some love.
Word.
We
What's
got
new with you though, man? What you got cooking up, man? I know you a busy guy, man. I know you've been doing your thing, networking, man. And also, I'd like to say shout out to you too as well for like your channel just blowing up. Because remember when we started, you was at where I was at. You feel me? At like
we was around like
3K.
I think I had like 3K or something.
You know what I'm saying? So like to see that your channel is blown up, to see what you're doing, getting more comfortable in front of the camera, man, breaking down this music, dog. I'm really admiring what you're doing from afar. And like also, I've said this in your comments a few times early on, like you've actually been a person that's gotten me to get into this. So like as much as Brandon has, for example, inspired you to get back into the booth, rewrite music, you've actually inspired me to get back into the pod space, the talking music space, because it's something I've always done on the side myself. But hearing you, man, and seeing like, yo, I gotta get into this and see.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I'm be honest with you. I didn't know that. I might not have caught that comment, but that's fire, bro. I appreciate that a whole bunch.
Yeah, man.
I hope that continues. You feel me? Because that's really the purpose of me starting this potting with a goat thing. You know what I'm saying potting with a goat just means I'm not the goat I'm potting with. You're the goat I'm potting with. I'm potting with you. You feel me? I invited you on here in this space because I feel like these are goats or future goats or people, goats in the making in this space. And
right.
I like genuine folks. You know what I'm saying? I like genuine folks. And we definitely when we connected the first time, we didn't even know each other. Like we got on the phone ASAP and we was building ASAP. We was on the phone for like, I don't know. We was on the phone for like
3 hours, dog.
Yeah. It was more than that. It was like 3 hours, right? Yeah, exactly. Shout out to my boy Jared Quinones. Hold on. Shout out James Wood with the $10 dono. Appreciate that. Shout out to my boy Jared Quinones with the $10 dono as well. Much love. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, bro. And I was happy. I was happy when I started seeing the growth happen. I was like, yeah, stay consistent because you could hit that 3K, 4K, and then get stuck for a while. Because I was stuck at like 4K for like a minute. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Like, I'm still doing the same thing I'm always doing. Why am I not growing? And then you just hit that brick wall, and then like you just got to keep pushing. Like you trying to look for like another way to maneuver around the wall. Like, nah, you just got to keep chipping, bro.
Keep going.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna crack. You just got to keep chipping, and then that's what happened. I knocked that wall down, and then I was able to get to 10, 15, whatever. But now we're growing, man. We're growing. But at the same time, as I'm growing, I'm trying to make sure those I connected with early on, whoever's struggling or not even struggling, you just feel like you need some inspo, like. That's what I want to create this platform for. Let us get on here. Let's chop it up. Let's talk about what you're doing in the public forum. Let the people know who you really is. You know what I'm saying? It's not like that's not secrets behind behind the curtain. You feel me? Like, nah, like what we talking about is public, and at the same time, ain't nothing wrong with sharing information with everybody you dig. So
100%.
You're doing your thing though right now, man.
Appreciate that, man. I feel like it's a slow grind, and I kind of feel like I'm at that spot, to be honest, where it feels stagnant. Where it feels like I'm like, all right, what do I need to do to elevate it to like the next level? But it's once again, like you said, it's just being consistent, sticking to it, and added like for me, it's a new fold is going live. You know what I mean? Going live, I think, is just the next step into the fold of helping it just grow a little bit more. I think what I've been doing is pretty consistent and sticking to the script. It's the lives, you know what I mean? And then it's just discovering new artists. Because at the end of the day, I came into this one track minded too, and I think you probably did as well too. If you came in and be like, I'm gonna do this for Eminem, I'm gonna do this for etc. Because that's how I got put onto you, was through the Eminem reactions. And you realize like there's a pocket for that, but there's so much other music and other fan bases out there that if you love music genuinely, you're gonna just appeal to more of that as you go along. You just grow into it if you want to expand, if you're thinking more outside the box.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Hold on, real quick. Shout out to Elena Rose with the $5 dono. She said El Dorado on country rap tunes still being held hostage. Quick reminder, but I'll let you see. Wow, I got a reaction. I did a live reaction to that, so she's silly as hell. But thank you for the dono, Elena. You already know it's coming soon. Coming soon. That's why I tell him it's coming soon. Coming soon. Nah, but yeah, that's a fact though, bro. I definitely hear you on that. I had that one track mind as well, dog. I definitely did, and it was more so just about like what the people want to see. Like I started putting polls out, so I realized like not the key necessarily, but one of the valid I would say tools that you need to use is engagement itself. The more engaging you can be is how you're gonna grow. So as far as like you tapping into this live world. Oh yeah, trust me, this live world is going to be the one that really sets it off for you, where it's like you're engaging more. So it's not a matter of the lives blowing your channel up. That's not what it does. It just it creates a practice of engagement. It creates a practice of habit where you conduct yourself in a certain facet now because of the lives. The lives are training you for YouTube. It's training you to be on point. It's training you to be on point at all, because there's no editing, there's no tricks. You got to be on point. So it trains you to it trains you to react and engage with the chat at the same time, and doing it in a way where it's still professional and clean. So when you chop it up, you can just put that out still. So 1000%. You got to create discipline between you and the chat. You got to, when it's time to react, don't focus too much on the chat. React, keep your focus. When you're done with the song, boom, you can get back into the chat. Because then you're gonna have too much work to do after trying to cut out the pieces where you was talking to the chat. So there's things you need to, you know what I'm saying? There's little things like that. So you gotta create discipline between when you're working, and they understand. Always understand this though, Bito. Always understand that the chat always knows. The ones who don't know how to understand that, those are not the ones you're trying to please. You don't need to worry about them. They got the combo, they're gonna go. Everybody else, most of the chat, they're gonna understand, like, yeah, they understand that you're doing this, you know what I'm saying? You don't always gotta please the chat, you feel me? And the chat, the point of the chat, what I realized is that, you know what, it ain't about me talking to the chat, it's about me creating a space where everybody can come and talk to each other and hang out. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? So like that's really what I found out. I thought all the responsibility was on my shoulders, and I found out like, nah, they be having their own conversations. Like sometimes they don't be paying attention to me, but it's cool. Like if y'all came here, that's fine by me.
And it's funny you say that. My fault to stop you, cut you off, whatever. But it's funny that you mentioned that as well too, because that's something that going in a couple of lives I watched. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a student where I like to study things and watch it before I kind of get into it and stuff like that. And that was something that I peeped early on. It's like, all right, you or Vibes are in the live and y'all will barely engage, but when y'all do, it's usually when the song's over, or if there's something that you might have caught in between, but you have to figure out that balance as you go along. And I think I've caught on to that rather fast, just because I've kind of watched you guys' lives and got into a couple of lives, just seeing how it goes. Because when I started versus where I'm at now, I used to be back and forth. I'm like, damn, I don't really know like where I need to focus at, but you got to gauge your focus on, they're here for the reaction. And like you said, the chat's going to chat. And once you make that space where they're comfortable to engage with each other, you address them when you can, it just builds that conversation. Like I went from, I think when I started with little engagement in the chat to now it's like, I'd be like, damn, I'd be like, y'all are chit-chatting in here, y'all are chatty patties and stuff today. So like I noticed that thing. So it's dope that you mentioned that, and then I'm watching that and I'm like, all right, that's how that does work. So
I'm still figuring it out, because sometimes I look back at some of my lives and I'm like, dang, I need to focus. I need to this. I need to do that. I need to, like, you know what I'm saying? So I still go back and check it out to make sure like it came out clean or whatever. But at the end of the day, sometimes everything is some things are just meant for lives. That's another thing you got to be cool with. Like some things are just meant for life. So go crazy, do your thing, have fun. You feel me? Because some things are meant for the moment. And that's where when people come to the chat, you got to give them that feeling of they're living in the moment. And sometimes it's creating a memory that they can hold on to. So that way they got to come back to you to try to repeat or get that feeling again. Not so much as you putting out a reaction. It's fire, and they could just go to that video and watch it all the time. Sometimes it's like, nah, this is exclusive for the lives. So if you want to get that feeling, then you got to come to the live to get that feeling. You feel me? So you got to make it to the live. So it becomes a situation where you create an exclusiveness in the chat, not something that everybody can be. It's not tangible to everybody. Everybody can't just have it. You feel me?
Nah, 100%.
Yeah. So, but it's cool that you getting into the lives now. You know what I'm saying? But Crook, what up? You know Crook?
No, I don't think I'm familiar with Crook, but I feel like I've seen that name though. But what up? What up?
Oh, okay. Crook been riding for a while. Yeah, Crook been riding for a while.
He I feel like I've seen the name, but I'm just not too sure. I'm just now getting into all that too, peeping all the names and stuff, because I was always in the comment section versus my live chats too. That's also how I engage too, was my comments. But now I'm like, damn, sometimes you miss days and it turns into hundreds to thousands to whatever, and you're like, all right, I'll get back to those, back to them.
Yeah, that's a fact. But man, love check out Sleep Token sometime. Oh, they putting in them requests right now. But yeah, bro. But yeah. So what's up though? As far as like outside of lives, I'm saying I see that's what you're tapping into now. As far as I saw. So you said earlier you feel like you're kind of at that stagnant point right now, right?
Right.
That's what you said, right? So I feel like are you doing something different, or are you doing the same thing and you feel like you can't get past? Like, do you feel like you've tried different things, or you feel like you need to try different things because you haven't, and that's probably why you feel stagnant?
So I think let me rephrase it, I think, a little better. So for me, it's not like I personally feel stagnant. I feel like the channel has gotten a little stagnant with just the growth of it, because like, once again, like you hit that moment where you see a big boom in your channel and then it ticks right back down, and then it picks up a little bit, then it slows down. So it's more or less, I think for me, I'm like, I want to get to 10K. That's really what it is. Like my next milestone is really what I want to get to. So when I'm pushing to get to that milestone, I get in that mode where I'm like, damn, it feels like it's slowing down. But in all reality, it's really not. It's just more or less the eagerness to want to get to the next step.
It's not slowing down. I'm watching from the outside, and I'm telling you, it's not slowing down, because I keep seeing your every time I come to your channel, I see your channel growing a little more. So it's like it's not slowing down, but it is slow though. Slow though better than no though. We know that. So like,
yes, sir.
So like my channel I feel like my channel's growing slow. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I feel. So it's like I feel like I'm stuck in the 20s or whatever. I'm like, damn, I feel like I've been in the 20s for a little minute. I celebrated 20K.
Like, you're almost at 30.
You feel me? But I'm just saying, like, even that point, it's like I feel like I should be growing faster, or whatever the case may be, right? But my whole point is this: what you mentioned. You said that's what's gonna happen once you zero in and you get that tunnel vision on 10K or whatever the case is, that milestone. That's when it starts to feel slow, because now what happens is you caught some momentum, and now you're looking at the next target, and now you haven't reached that target, so now it feels slow. When before that, it didn't feel slow. Before, when you was growing, like, oh shoot, 3, 4, 5, 6, oh, like, all right, bet it's growing. But now you so focused on 10, it feels slow now. But you need to not worry about them numbers. I'm telling you, I stopped worrying about them numbers by I think 9K. When I was about to hit 10K, I just said, you know what? I ain't even, when I go to YouTube Studio, I don't even be looking. I just be like looking at the comments or whatever. Main thing is the engagement, bro. There's nothing more important than that. Engagement with the people, sincerity, being kind, bro, being kind. It's all cool to be like trolling with people and going back and forth with people and stuff like that, but it's better to be kind, bro. It's better to be kind. It's better to be kind and keep it pushing for those who are ignorant. Those who are ignorant, you keep it pushing. But I think it's much better to be kind. It's much better to create peace within yourself. You feel me? So when you come here, you're never under stress. You never feel pressure. You come here, you're having a good time. You do your thing, and you leave the same way you came in. You feel me? Maybe happier, but at the same time, all that bickering and stuff. I bicker back and forth in the comment section, but I don't get crazy with it. I don't be insulting anybody or nothing like that.
Yeah, I don't think there's no need for that. I think all engagement is good engagement, whether it's the negative trolls or the positive stuff. So I think you have to create a balance in that. I think in the space that we're in, I feel you got to create a little bit of thick skin to be able to endure those negative ones. Because once again, you might not engage with it, but you read it and it still impacts you on the inside. So it could hurt your feelings a little bit. So I think building up that thick skin and that armor to be like, I'm gonna engage with this. It makes it better as you go along. Because I can tell you, I had a moment where I started reacting to Adam Calhoun, right? And when I started reacting to him, I think, you know, it got real rocky early on because obviously he's a right-winged rapper, so to say. You know what I'm saying? He raps about certain things and he drops the N-bomb, you know what I'm saying? Which I personally don't care. But when you get into it and you try to open up that dialogue in a place that you're not familiar or open up that type of dialogue, it gets a little shaky. So the comments, they bothered me, but they made me put on a stronger jacket to be like, all right, like if this is what's going to come with it, I'm not going to stop listening to the dude because people are not going to understand where I'm coming from. I'll continue to listen to him and then continue to explain my points further as the reaction, and then we can build that community together. And like that's actually helped a lot more versus when I did get under stress for that for like a good week and a half, 2 weeks. I didn't even want to do reactions for a little bit because I'm just like, well, not reactions period, but to Adam, because I'm just like, dog, this is what we come to. I'm like, I don't come here for that energy. You know what I'm saying? But I had to know how to combat that energy and work around it. I think I've made a pretty good space with that at the end of the day, because I know that once again, too, there's no place where you're gonna win arguing with the internet either. You're not gonna win. Yeah, yeah. I mean, so
yeah. So it was that Adam went. Adam went through all that with Beto. Had to get in some of his comments.
Comments was killing me for a little bit. Oh, she like, you know, the racism song specifically. Yeah, comments was at me for a little bit, but Elena stuck it through. She educated me a little bit more, and with Adam put me on the, you know, different songs, and we grown together. Elena been a part since the beginning of the Adam run.
Yeah, well, you know what it is. You got to weed them out. You got to weed, because listen, there's toxic fans in all these. I found out there's toxic fans, and I mean, there's least toxic fans in the Renegade community, but they're in there too. You know what I'm saying? They're there too, and you just got to weed them out. You just got to weed them out. You feel me? You got to weed them out. And I mean,
one guy called me a faker and a pretender out of the Ren community. I was like, wow. I was like, you must be new here.
Nah, I had one of those too. One dude was like, you think you live in Ren's head. You don't know what you're talking about. And you're like, they were just like, I was like, I'm literally giving a reaction. I'm giving my opinion, fool. I'm not saying right. It was like, you shouldn't be speaking on this if you don't know anything about it. I'm just like, I literally said, like, I don't know anything about this, but from my perspective, it looks like blah, blah, blah. And it was like, it was crazy. So I was like, this dude, and he just kept going. I was like, oh, this dude.
Oh yeah.
I'm about to block this dude. I got a long list. On the block.
Really, it's gotten there. See, what's funny is that I don't really care.
I just look at them blogging.
You come and never see in the comments. I'm good. That's a win in my book.
Sometimes, but when they're in there talking like spicy, like cursing out, saying like,
once you get spicy, right? Like, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good there. But if you're just talking to me strictly about the reaction and the music, troll and talk your shit, because you're not supposed to agree with me either. I'm not here for you specifically to agree with me either.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I comment back because it creates engagement. It helps my channel. So I'm gonna go back and forth with you, create some buzz.
That's a fact.
I see mean comments everywhere. That's a fact. I'm reading the chat. Also, I got on crazy folks for beat those comments. She got on folks to beat those comments.
Yeah, man. She was going to bat with your boy.
Oh, actually said we black people. I thought she said we black people. I'm like, what?
I thought I saw that too. I definitely read that for a second too.
Shout out to Jared right there with the $20 dono. Appreciate it, man. He got to support a solid channel. Where the super chats at?
What's up, Jared?
Facts. I appreciate that. Facts, man. Sending them super chats, man. Show love to your boy. But that's a fact though. Yeah, man. So what you got going on, man? As far as like, so you got the lives going on. You guys, are you planning on, like, you know, you see any future endeavors in starting other channels? Do you feel like the podcast should be separated from the reaction channel? Do you feel like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, are you thinking about doing a Patreon anytime soon? I think I started Patreon at 5K.
So I have a Patreon set up, believe it or not. But I think for me, I got super overwhelmed with just everything as a collab. Because like you said, I'm doing shorts, I'm doing Instagram, I'm posting videos. So I said, let me just chill on that for a second so I can just not overwhelm myself and keep a focus on one thing. And now as far as the other channel goes now, I do have another channel, which was specifically for like the Celtics and stuff. And once again, it just got put to a halt because I didn't want to overwhelm myself. I think the best work pace is when you don't overwhelm yourself and you recognize that, and then you're able to kind of separate it and get back to it. Because at the end of the day, certain things aren't going anywhere. You know what I mean? And your ideas don't go anywhere. They evolve, they change, but the original idea doesn't go anywhere. So as far as open up the Patreon, that's coming. Soon as another channel that's coming. As far as how to navigate the podcast space that I'm doing, I think I'm gonna stick to it on my channel because once again, you have the playlist and you have the separations. I think my fan base knows that I'm kind of like a all variety type of guy, from even the music that we listen to the things that I talk about. So I think just squeezing it in there, and if people are interested, they're interested. And if I bring people new in, I bring people new in. But I think I'm gonna keep it all in that one focus, and then if it builds to that, I'll eventually get there or open that up as I'm going along. But that's all just in the beginning, like just like this. This was in the beginning phases. I haven't even been doing this a year, and then getting into this is something I've thought about for the last few months. But I've also been in the podcast space before. Like this isn't my first rodeo either. Like I had a podcast talking sports with my boys. You know what I'm saying, a couple of years ago before COVID too. So before like the podcast space even got popping, like we had our thing going on. But the only thing was our approach was different, and I think we just cut it short because it just created differences as well too. But once again, as well, was the way we were pushing it out. I think we were using Facebook versus hopping onto the YouTube, which I don't think the YouTube circuit was really how it is now for that type of stuff. If I recall, like 2017, 16, but it was something that I was pushing for. So then that broke up and I took a break. So I went through a lot of journeys to get to this part of where I'm at. And I think that's why I'm so headstrong and my approach is so aggressive, I would like to say, when I get into this, because I'm just like, I've already went through the motions and learned certain things along the way. Now I can just hit the ground running. And it's my own solo project, where versus before, I ain't gonna lie, I was a guy that showed up, taught my shit. All right, let me know when it's edited and stuff like that. I got an A on the project. You feel me? I was one of those dudes, but now I'm like,
right.
So,
so right now you're just focusing on this one channel. Then that's what you're saying.
Yes, basically, yeah. For sure. Focus on this one channel, growing the audience, and then if people want to go to that, that's when the other channel opens up, like for the podcast. You know what I mean? For the Beto's couch potato conversations is what it is, something like that. But it's been a long time.
I got you.
My fault.
No, you're good. I just want to say also, bro, you had one of my favorite reactions to the song. I gotta highlight that. You did 7 Sins.
Yes.
That was one of my favorite. I think that might be my favorite 7 Sins reaction I've seen. And I had a lot of people do that reaction. Well, I ain't have a lot of people. A lot of people have done that reaction. People putting donuts for it. I love that as well. But yeah, I think yours was the best one simply because I saw in real time something happening. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even know if you remember that reaction too well.
Oh, I remember the song. I still be singing it sometimes. Savior, I still be singing.
Oh yeah, it was Savior, right?
I think it was Savior, yeah, because 7 Sins was dope, but I think Savior is where I was like, yo, stop.
It was Savior. It was my fault. Yeah, it was. You're right. I missed it. Oh yeah, somebody else had a 7 Sins one reaction that I really liked. Yeah, you're right. It was Savior. You're right. Yeah, man. I remember seeing your reaction in real time. It was very interesting, and it was the effect that I wanted from saying whoever's gonna listen to the song, especially if you're in that space of like where you either towing the line, walking the fence, or it's just a thought still in the back of your mind because of a prior bad experience or whatever the case may be, right? I saw it in real time, and I feel like your reaction was super genuine and real. You feel me? And yeah, I enjoyed the hell. I think I watched that reaction probably like 3-4 times. Like I'll be on my way to work. Like let me watch some confirmation. Like what Beto said.
Like it was one of them songs, man. You definitely hit the spot, man, with that song, dog. Definitely, man.
I appreciate it, man. That was a fire reaction. Where are you at today as far as like I guess behind the context of that song, like where are you at mentally today?
I mean, I feel like mentally today from that song, like I'm always going through the peaks and valleys of all that stuff, man. You know what I mean? And like for me, I still stand on a person that has a faith. You know what I'm saying? And like as you've seen, where I do a lot of those conversations where I'm like, I ain't trying to offend nobody, I ain't trying to cross no lines, because I don't like, for me, like I believe in a lot of the stuff that most Christians believe in. You know what I'm saying? I follow the same suits and the same codes, but I just don't go to church all the time. You know what I'm saying? I don't go to church all the time. I don't read the Bibles. Like there's certain practices that I don't adapt to where folks that are Christian do. And then for me, it puts me in a place because those that do, and they look at me, I get looked at differently or prejudged or whatever. And that's been my experience. So it's always funny, like, and I appreciate watching you, because like when I hear you talk about it and do it, it doesn't seem like you're trying to push it on nobody or have the secret agenda behind it, because that's my experiences with it. And that's why I always stand on, like, I always believe in it, I got a faith, but I don't think I can ever be in those spaces because of those experiences where it's been secret agendas. I mean, I was in a relationship, not to get too much into that, but my relationship was similar to that. And I feel like, you know, some of it was kind of combated in a way to, like, you know, keep it going or not keep it going type of thing. And like that fed into exactly why I stand on where I stand when it comes to religion, because that was like, so, and I hate to put this term into it, but that was like the nail in the coffin to it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just like, well, shit, man, like, if I've already seen this happen for X amount of times or amount of times in my experiences, like, and then it happened with somebody who I was ready to, you know, build a life with, but there was ultimatums behind it. I'm like, well, I'm going to always keep my faith and keep my toes down on it, but I just won't be a person that goes to church, picks up the, like, I just won't practice those same practices, but I always share the same beliefs.
So I'll put it to you this way. I like what you said, because I was in a space like that at one point as well. I would say it's not most of your experiences, most of your perspective and your view on a lot of it has a lot to do with another person being an influence or a negation to your decision to move forward on something or not. So what I would say to you is that remove that idea, because because then what you're doing is other people are controlling your next step or your next move or your next reach for knowledge. At the end of the day, that can never be it. It's you and God, right? And if that means nobody else can get in between that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody else can get in between that. Now, most of what you said, whether you realize it or not, it had to do with someone else, or someone
past
else.
experiences.
You know
Yes, 100%.
You feel me? Past experiences, right? But so what I would say is seek knowledge wherever knowledge is at. You feel me? Not everybody, like, I'm not gonna say not everybody's ready for church or nothing like that, but I know, because I didn't listen. I just got here, bro. I'm about to be 36 years old. Like, I just got to this point, so it's not a matter of like you got to do it, man. You got to hurry up and get to it. Like, it ain't a matter of none of that. It ain't a matter of none of that. But it is a matter of seeking knowledge, though. And I'm gonna tell you right now, that book has extreme amounts of knowledge. You know what I'm saying, extreme amount of knowledge that no other human, no other person can ever either negate or speak bad about with actual fact. You feel me? With actual fact. You feel me? So don't let that outside noise controlling your inside move. We can't allow that. You know what I'm saying? When we in the house, we in our house. Can't nobody else, you know what I'm saying? Can't nobody else throw rocks or nothing. Like, you inside, and you know, and I'm talking spiritually. When you inside, you inside. You feel me? No outside noise you can't let that in. You can't just let anybody in your house and tell you where to put your couch or where to move your furniture or what you're gonna cook today, or what you're gonna eat today, what you're gonna read today, what you're gonna watch today. That's outside noise. You can't just let the door, and that's just demons. You can't just let the demons in and do whatever they want and run your house. Like, you inside, you got to protect what's inside. You know what I'm saying? That soul that's inside yourself. You can't just live by flesh. You can't just live by flesh. You feel me? Because if we let other people dictate our next move, then we're living by flesh. That means whatever we attract to, or whatever we're not attracted to, is what we're gonna do. You feel me? And so and try not to ever make anything solidify. Like, that's just something I'm not gonna practice. Where you're at today, that's not where I'm at today. You know what I'm saying? You could put it like that. Like, that's not where I'm at today. You feel me? Right. But never solidify anything in the future, because we grow and we become more wise with age. You know what I'm saying? Sure. Like, there's things I said when I was 25 that I'd never do, and I was like, you know, I did it. You know what I'm saying? And it was best for me. That's the crazy part. You feel me? It was best for me. Right. Or like, I'd never get in front of no camera and be out here talking to people like these weirdos. Here I am. Here I am. having a great time. You know what I'm saying?
1,000%, man.
Exactly. So yeah, man. But it ain't about people who follow certain religions. It ain't, to me, honestly, it ain't about religion at all. It ain't about religion at all. It's about me, the book, and God. That's it. You feel me?
Right.
Me and the word of God. That's all it is. That's all it's about for me. But yeah, that's just a way to look at it for somebody who's we probably come from similar backgrounds as far as upbringings and cultures and, you know, communities that we were probably embraced or not embraced by. You feel me? So we're gonna have relatability there. And on that hand, I can just say I've gotten far into my spirituality the further I gotten from where I came from. The more I remove and shed skin from where I came from, the further I get into this new glow of skin. Like you said, you on that CMOS. Like, yeah, I'm on that CMOS too, spiritual. And I feel good every day. You know what I'm saying? I wake up with a different kind of purpose in life, man. And as I got my daughter, I got my family. Like when I look at them, I realize all God has for them. You know what I'm saying? And they have to get it. They're gonna have to get it. You feel me? They're gonna have to get it. And that's all I'll say about that. Because this channel, this part wasn't about
Nah,
that. But I love the reaction you gave to Savior though, man. I love the reaction.
Man, you had a powerful impact on that song on me just reflecting on stuff, bro. That's why that came off so genuine like that. I was like, damn. And like, once again, I always say for me, music is something that speaks to me more than anything. You know what I'm saying? And if you can reach to the depths of my soul with your music, like you're doing a good job and like you're making good music at that point. I mean, shit, I was just reacting to Simple Man's album earlier today, man, and I forgot what song it was, but it was a song that got me real emotional. You know what I'm saying? And like that's the power of music. It taps into your emotions, it taps into your experiences. Like this is why I'm here. You know what I mean? That's also why I'm here. So
I respect that. I respect that. She said, tell Manny B. Shout out to Elena Rose. Thank you for the dono. She said, tell Manny be nice and I'll be back. She talking. But yeah, man. But speaking on like what you said, like when I'm doing lives or when I'm talking about certain topics, I'm not trying to like, put that on anybody else. Of course, I ain't never my move. Like, hey, we all adults. Y'all make your own decisions. You feel me? But I'm never gonna shy away from what I believe in. And I'm always gonna stand on it 10 toes. Like I have to. You know what I'm saying? That's what I believe. You don't believe, that's fine. You can believe whatever you want to believe. Or you can believe nothing if you want. You know what I'm saying? If you feel that's wise, you can believe in nothing if you feel that's wise. But I'm never gonna be shy to speak on what I believe. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Because then I'm not being myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm being somebody safe for the public. I'm being somebody who's not offensive or you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I am who I am. So that's also how I weed them out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But yeah, dog. What else, man? What else?
I mean, shoot, man. What else we got to say, man? I feel like I had a bunch of questions for you, but then when you know how it go when you get in front of the camera, like fuck, like what's it now? Like it's one of those. But nah, man. I think for me, like what got you inspired to get into this space? You know what I'm saying? I think everybody has had those moments or those eureka moments where they're like, I'm just gonna try this. Like, what was your coming of light moment? I guess. You know what I'm saying? To get it, to start a page and react to music.
I think a lot of it had to do with just me like overly explaining like Eminem lyrics to my shorty. Like, hey, you're like, bro, you need to get a channel, bro. You need to go tell somebody who cares, bro. Like you got it, bro. But when I tried it, bro, I fell flat on my face, bro. I did it last January because I'm like 10 months in now with this, but I did it last January.
And I remember you mentioned that too, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, this is terrible, bro. I watched my reaction. I was like, it's terrible. I got like 10 subscribers out of this. This is wild. Like I can't do this. This ain't for me. Like this ain't for me. But then she was just like, yeah, you got to be yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think you're being yourself. I was like, you know what? I'm goofy. I'm like, I can be funny. You know, how I say, I'm a people person. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very social and stuff. But I was being like very professional and like robotic when I did my reaction. So I was like, you know what? I gotta let loose, man. I gotta let loose, and then that's what I did. But what happened was that was like it took me 6-7 months just to make another video. So that was in January. I didn't come back until June to make another video.
Okay. And so that's right around the time I basically seen you then pop up on the scene. Then
probably because then things took off. Well, it didn't take off right away, but I had like a couple good Eminem videos in June. I got like I think I hit like 1,000 subscribers. I think I went like I got monetized within a week or something like that. I was like, oh, I'm lit. So that was fun. But by July though, I think I did a Eminem Bully song. I don't know if you heard that one yet.
Oh, listen, I got the whole Eminem catalog on deck. I know all them songs.
Oh, okay. Bet.
I'm an Eminem head just like you, bro. I ain't got the
book. Fact. So I did Bully, and then that one went off. That was my first video to hit like 100K or whatever, but that one went crazy, and I just got a bunch of subs from that, and that's when I realized. And then Eminem dropped an album in July out of nowhere. I was like, oh, he's dropping an album? I started doing reactions at a perfect time, bro. Perfect time.
That was me too. That's literally what my first 10 videos were the Eminem Death of Some Shady reactions. And once again, similar to what you said, they were fucking terrible. You know what I'm saying? Like I looked at my shits, I'm like, boring. I was like, damn, bro. But for me though, I was like, because I even had a comment say, right, be like, yo, you should just delete all these and redo all your reactions to this album. I was like, you right. But I was like, I always stood on the whole, I don't react to things. So when I came onto the scene, I'm like, you gonna see what you gonna see. You either gonna like it or you're not, and you're gonna watch me grow. Like I came in with that mentality. Like I'm gonna suck right now. Y'all gonna be like, this motherfucker boring, but my personality is gonna come out. Like you're always gonna get me. I just gotta get comfortable in front of this camera. So like my first few videos, I'm literally talking to the camera and talking to the people. Like, yeah, this is me. I know I'm sucking this shit, but you know. It's gonna get there, y'all. Just bear with me. And I think I was gaining my subs off of that alone, to be honest with you. Because with Eminem, especially like with me when it comes to Eminem, and that's why I think I shied away from Eminem. And I'm glad that when I did Eminem, I came across guys like Easy Mill and other artists like Ren and such, because that's what got me into exploring the other artists. Because with Eminem, I love Eminem so much that I get caught into just fucking singing the songs with the motherfucker while I be doing the reactions. You know what I'm saying? So when I did, I'm like, I don't think a lot of my Eminem reactions were hitting like that because I knew what I was talking about. You know what I'm saying? But I think with the audio, with the video, with the combination of me singing over the fucking lyrics, it's like, what is this guy on? You know what I'm saying? So it's like if you're an Eminem fan and you hear it for the reactions, like you know the Knox Hills and yourselves and Screw Faces that talk about it and actually get in depth. And you come to my channel, you're like, I'm not trying to hear this shit. So I had to adjust that over time.
Karaoke.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? But like for me, I'm like, with Eminem, I can't help but to do the karaoke. Like, yeah, I'll talk about the bars and shit, but this motherfucker's too goddamn good that I can't. And I'm like, I know this long over time. Not just gonna help it. So I had to just get used to that. So when I got back to Eminem again, I got a little better over time. And I think my highest Eminem video, which actually happens to be my highest watch video, which is pretty funny. It was the Smack You video, and I got me like 26K for views.
Oh, nice.
And shit. I'm like, that's pretty dope. Because before that, I think it was like a lot of Ren, a lot of Easy Mill that was kind of in between those popular videos, so to say, which once again, kind of back to your point, like I didn't pay attention to the numbers, but I would pay attention to just what artist was getting me the most attention, so to say. Once again, it was because I liked them. So I'm like, all right, I'll cater to that a little bit more. But then that's when you have to just start manipulating and figuring out how to grow your channel and get beyond of the artists that are working too. You know what I mean? So it was a struggle and it was a journey.
Have you started anything like donor requests or anything like that?
Yes, I have. Only thing is I think I got to figure out how to get these other ways that people send cash to as well too. Cause I see this PayPal, you know, there's what was there else? Obviously YouTube and then Cash App, which I have, but a lot of people I think don't have Cash App. I think that's something that's in the US or whatever. But
yeah, no, PayPal is probably the best way. And if they can't donate to PayPal, just let them donate to Super Chat.
Right. Yeah, I keep it all open. You know what I'm saying? When I come on here and I'm like, hey, donate request, like however you want to do it. And obviously, like you don't have to donate because I'll take your song regardless. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not necessarily about the money aspect of it as much as obviously we want coins and we want to, you know, build our brand. But I'm here for the community part and the engagement and everything. And if you do that, that's just more support to the channel. But that's not something that I aim to necessarily have people do too. But
I feel you. I was only bringing it up. I was only bringing it up for the fact that you when you do donor requests and when you go live and do requests, however you do, you get exposed to a lot of new artists. Just like open the field for like whoever. Like I was just wondering if you were doing that, like if you were keeping it open for any artist to.
Oh no, 100%. That's the only way I grow because like I like to expand my like what I call is my music palette. You know what I'm saying? I can't like once again I came in just fucking with M. I thought it was just gonna be an Eminem channel.
Right.
Oh,
me too.
Eminem channel. You know what I'm saying? Like how
me too. I was like, I'm just doing an Eminem channel. I'm not even really. I'm just like I was like, because nobody really rap at this level, bro. Like I'm not gonna have that much fun breaking down other rappers because they're not that nice, bro. Like
you're like, oh, there's pockets out here, yeah.
Like of course I love, you know, but I can react to like, you know, Crook and Tech Nine. Like they nice up there.
Yes, Yellow Wolves and all them. Hell yeah,
all of them. I could react, but I also thought like, hey, don't nobody want to watch me react to them. Like they're not popular, and I realized it ain't even about that. It's just about just doing stuff you actually rock with. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do stuff you rock with and do stuff they want to see. You gotta balance it. You gotta balance it out between that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
and that's why I started off.
So I was gonna ask you, as far as like YouTube, you know, for you and all that, like where's your struggle right now, and what do you feel like you need either help with, or you need like you're trying to figure out as far as right now, as far as like what you think could nudge you, just, you know what I'm saying? Because you mentioned stagnant earlier, so I'm just curious to know like what is it? I can tell you some things, but what do you think? Where are some areas that you feel you need to improve?
Let's see. For me, I would say
The channel as a whole.
Yes,
like,
yes. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. The channel as a whole, like I would think it would probably just be thumbnails. I think always could use improvement. They're consistent, but I always feel like they could just have more improvement. Just even presentation, like within when I'm reacting, I feel like I can get more into the talking about the music sometimes, and also separating like the personal feelings out. Because, like for example, I have when I do Tom videos, it's hard to separate my personal feelings and my personal opinions from it versus just reacting to the music. But I also be like, well, I'm reacting to the music, so how am I going to remove my personal feelings to it and react to the music at the same time?
Yeah, give them
so
your personal feelings.
Yeah, so I think for me, I've been just, when it comes to certain artists like a Tom, I struggle with just finding that balance. It's really about a balance thing for me. I think I just struggle with balance overall. You know what I mean? But as far as what I can do to do better, I mean, I think as far as reacting, I'm like, I know I'm not a rapper. So it's like to break down bars and I'm like, I'm not a rapper. So I'm not going to break down the intricacies of like every single bar. Like I'll talk about things I catch and stuff, but we're a vibe guy over here. You know what I'm saying? I'm a guy that has a lot of hip hop knowledge about just like the historical facts maybe, or the background stories or things that people may be talking about. So I try to find that lane for that and better explaining and further explaining certain things that people might not catch in certain bars. Like for example, like I was listening to Simple Man, and like he did a verse where like he said something about so death. And once again, not a lot of people in today's world know what so death is. So it's like, all right, I'm gonna talk about that. I just try to find
certain things. Gold. The Gold record.
Yes. You know what I'm saying? So I try to just find certain things to be like, maybe the audience doesn't peep this, because what I've also noticed is, this is why I engage with my audience so much, is that a lot of people only bang with rap because of set artists. You know what I'm saying? But the knowledge of rap as a whole.
Yeah, you see a lot of that when you do a comment, when you do a Tom song, you be like, you see people in the comment section like, I've always hated rap, but then I've listened to Tom.
And then I listen to Tom, or Harry Mack. Harry Mack got a lot of those too.
Yeah, but I bring up Tom because they only listen to Tom, so they still hate rap, but they like Tom, and they like Tom's rap. You feel me?
Yeah,
and it's cool. Like who you want, but like you don't hate rap. You think you want to say that you probably hate the hip hop culture that you've seen on TV or what people have told you about. You know what I'm saying? You don't hate it though, because if you like Tom's rap, he's rapping, so that means you don't hate rap.
And he's influenced by rappers that you probably didn't like from before.
Exactly.
So
he is completely influenced, and he's constantly paying homage to the rappers that you say you hate. You don't hate.
That's why I like Tom. That's why I like Tom, because it's the homage thing. It's the homage factor for those artists for me too.
Yeah, him and Adam, they both be paying a lot of homage.
Exactly.
They be paying a lot of Simple Man be paying a lot of homage as well. I was just chopping it up with him. I'm gonna have him on the show on Saturday. So I'm doing an album reaction on Friday to their album that they just dropped. So I'm gonna do a whole album reaction on Friday, and then that way I got all the songs fresh in my mind. So when we bring them on the channel the next day, I'll ask him and Hard Target like questions about it, like what I'm saying. So
yeah, we chopped it up with them the other day on Two Girls in One Pod the other day.
I jumped in there for a second. I was in and out. I saw you up in there.
Yeah, it was there for a week too. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, damn, I didn't think they was gonna be there that long. I thought they was gonna be in and out, but it was a good chop up. But I'm definitely trying to chop it up with them too, because like you said, you're doing an album reaction. Both albums are pretty good. I would say listen to the one that they just put out first, obviously, but then go into Underdog, because I think I was watching your live the other day where you were talking about, I need to hear Simple Man solo. That's a good solo album to dig into.
Underdog.
Yeah, Underdog. I think it came out about 2 months ago.
Oh, okay.
Pretty solid. The shit almost had me cry, dog. The song almost made me cry, B.
Wow. It's coming. That's why. That's good. That's good news. That's good news.
Yes, I won't spoil you, dog, but you went for a treat though, for sure. You definitely in for a treat. And Simple Man and Hard Target seem like really good dudes and good artists out there in the game that's doing their thing. Like the engagement that they have with their fans and what they do, they seem mad genuine. You know what I'm saying? It don't feel like you.
No, they definitely do. I think I put out the Gold reaction, and within minutes, I saw Hard Target in the comment section. He left a few comments. Like I guess he did one in the beginning, and then he did another one in the end. He left another comment. I guess he finished the video. He left another comment, and then Simple Man left a comment. I was like, oh, they watched this whole reaction, and it was pointing out certain parts in the video, like because I had mentioned because I was wearing an ODB shirt, right? Or I had a Wu-Tang shirt on, and then this man went and said a Wu-Tang bar. Not only that, he had said He had a Wu-Tang shirt. He had an ODB shirt
Yeah,
on.
the ODB shirt on. I know. Yep,
Yeah. Yo, so
Yep.
he had the shimmy up, whatever. And I was like, I had paused a bit out, bro. I was like, yo, what is on his shirt? Because the chat was going crazy. And I was just like, oh, what's on his shirts? I thought it said Slim something because he said Slim Pickens with a guitar. You know what I'm saying? He was doing that. And I was like, Slim Shady? Like, I thought it said Slim Shady mad times. And I was like, oh, it says Shimmy. Yeah. I was like, yo, dog. I have a ODB shirt on right now. I was like, Wu Twang. And then right after that, they had put me on to Wu Twang. They have a song, whatever. But I was just like, that was just crazy, dog. And then like Target had mentioned, he was like, dog, he's like, he has a song called Wu Twang. He has a song called Wu Twang. Like,
on Underdog. It's on Underdog too. Yep.
Facts. I heard that song already. Yeah, I heard that song. So
the album's tough, man. It's tough. It's tough.
It's a tough album. Yeah, I'm excited to get into that. I'm gonna get into that album. That one and I'm gonna get into this other one first, the new one.
Yeah,
because it's both of them.
I'll be in there.
Yeah, no doubt. It's both of them on there. So I just want to have some good questions for them on Saturday, whatever.
Word.
Simple Man recently put out this thing. Somebody hit me up. This dude named JB. What's his name? Let me not misspeak. Hold on, real quick. Let me pull his name up. Oh shoot. My bad. Give me a second.
No, you Gucci.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm solo Beto right now. I was like, what the hell just happened?
I said, yeah, talk to the people real quick.
Go back to the chat. How's the mic in here, chat? Let me know. I know y'all don't want me to punch myself in the face with the mic every now and then, so let me know how it sounded. Which actually, that's one thing I'm trying to improve on too, is these damn sounds and these cues and these videos, man, and the lives. I feel like I can control the skippies a little bit. All right, word. It's because it's punching me in my mouth right now, right? Because like you see how close it is. It's literally like right here, like I'm eating a mic. I do this for y'all. I do it for the love of y'all. What up, fat lungs? What's happening, baby? If you slide it in here too, don't forget to like the video. All that cute stuff. He's going into the depths of the internet to find this name. That's doing your due diligence to not misspeak. Me, I might misspeak and be like, yo, my bad. I apologize later in the video. Then I'll find out later. So he better than me. I would have stuck whatever came to mind, and I would be like, yo, that's just what it is. My bad, dog. My bad.
Yeah, I couldn't find it.
I can tell I'm just going into the depths of the internet for this one.
I couldn't find it, but my boy basically hit me up and he was like, yo, Simple Man is putting out a request right now. Anybody who wants a verse from him, send him a song with the open spot, and he'll give a free verse out. Okay. I was like, dang, I'm working on my album right now, but like I'm writing a lot right now, right? So I'm not in the studio just yet. Like I'm about to start going to the studio this weekend. So what I'm gonna do is I'll probably just have the interview first with them, and then I don't know if that offer's still gonna be around, but I'll send it anyway. I'm like, hey, look, I was just thinking maybe y'all could bless this. I might even write a hook for her Target, like, yo, maybe y'all could bless this real quick. I'll mess around and shoot a video. That'll be the only features I got. Them and Floyd. I don't know if you rock with Floyd TV.
I done got into Flawed a little bit, like the chat that put me on the Flawed a couple of times. I didn't listen to a few of his reactions because once again, if you talk Eminem, I'm gonna click on your shit and I'm gonna listen a little bit.
Yeah, he's a real rap nerd. He know.
No, yeah, I'm hip. I'm hip.
He be breaking it down. He be breaking it down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I rock with y'all channels, because like y'all break it down to a level where like I can understand what they talking about. And I think that's where I'm at. I'm like, I understand everything they saying, but when y'all break it down to like y'all use y'all terminology, I call it rapper terminologies. You know what I'm saying? When y'all go there, I'm like, well, they got me beat there because like I can pause and be like, he means this, he's talking about that, but when he's like, and I catch myself being like, he's on all his intricacies and shit like that. I'll use the end of the word as like doing that because I know that's what he's doing, but I'm like, I ain't describing this like the rappers. That's why I always let people know, like, look, I ain't the rapper, dog. I'm just little old beats on the couch, reacting to the music. I know what I'm talking about. I know what they're talking about because a lot of people consume music, but they don't understand what they're talking about. And I think that's really where I stand out at, is that I'm a fan that actually knows a little bit more than your average fan. That's where I think I separate myself.
Yeah, for sure. They say, "Why you yelling at the mic? Why you yelling at the
mic?" Is my beard is weird too? The beard is weird. Like
beard is definitely weird.
I'm trying to catch up, dog. I'm trying to work on my shit, man. Remember, I had a little old mustache when I first started. All right, man. We here.
I had shave up. I was lining it up. I shaved it. You saw me?
I was like, look at this man without a mustache. I was like,
I got that dirt back. My dirt came back. I'm like, that was wild. That was a wild time. But
I was like, that was a different look. I was like, all right, that's what I'm like. That's what I got a hat on today.
Yo, what I was gonna say, damn, what was I about to say? I was about to say something. Oh yeah, so as far as I'm working on this album right now, and I'm writing a lot. And Flawed, yeah, I was telling you about Flawed because outside of reacting, he's just a dope rapper, bro. You should react to some of his music.
I liked his 2 songs he came with, Grateful and is it Madhouse? I really like those. Those are some good ass songs.
I just did Madhouse yesterday. That was fire, bro.
Yeah, man. Madhouse
is a spitter, bro. He's a spitter. So I'm sending him a track.
Vibes a little bit like Chance, like he gives me that type of sound. I don't want to say he's Chance the Rapper, but he gave me like that vibe of that sound. He has that sound from that team, like the Good Music team, a little bit is what I like to say. He has that sound. Who would you compare his sound to?
I'm too much of a nerd to hear that. I see where you might have think. I can see that. I can see it.
And that's me being unfamiliar too. So
yeah. I was Handful of Lightning is a good one. I would check that one out if I were you.
Okay. And I see he had that new song that he had where it looks like it's called Therapy Session or something.
That one was fire.
Yeah,
that's
video,
his best,
right?
That's his best rapping he's done.
Okay. Because I haven't heard
he was in the live when we was doing it.
Oh, word.
Okay, yeah, he jumped in a lot when we was doing it, but I told him that's his best rapping. He's like, he agreed that was his best rapping. So his pen game is crazy, bro. His pen game is crazy.
Now let me ask you. I know you had just started writing and everything. Now, what's your process when you go into writing as an artist, and like how much more have you been writing since you've been inspired to rewrite again? Like, has this been something that you've picked up a lot more in the last 2 months? I feel like maybe 4 or 5 months ago, you was like, all right, I'm inspired to get back into it. But now, like, it seems like you're in it. So how much more writing have you done versus when you started?
Yeah, so I guess it really started off with obviously the rent thing was what really kicked it off for me. The trouble. Shout out to Jay, appreciate the donation.
Appreciate the donation.
But I would say it started off with the Troubles retake, right, obviously. Okay. But not that I cooled down, but I kind of fell off a little bit with making my own music because I was trying to figure out the beat situation. Like I was trying to find beats on YouTube or whatever, and then things just weren't really like reigniting like my pen too much. You know what I'm saying? And then it started becoming. Honestly, bro, if I'm being real with you, Tom. Like listening to Tom and Adam go back and forth or whatever, like bro, American Flags, like that beat, that energy, that vibe I got, I'm like, like it made me want to get, even though I don't record music that like that, I don't make that kind of music, but it still inspired me to get back in the booth. So like, even though it cooled, like I had the accident, so that kind of cooled me down for a little bit, right? I was kind of out the game for a little bit, and I was having trouble at work, I was having issues and stuff, personal life. And as of recently, bro, I told myself a month ago, I started writing a month ago for this album. Okay. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna do like 5 tracks and do like an EP, whatever. So I ended up scrapping that. I said, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do original music, all original music. That's it. I was like, I'm gonna do 5 tracks. That turned into 10 tracks. I was like, I bet I'm gonna do 10 tracks and that's it. Quick little 10 track. Now I'm at 15 tracks. I'm like, dang, I gotta hurry up and cut and stop because or start working on
3 hours worth of shit.
or start working on another project or something like that. And just it's good when you have many songs though, because then you can just pick the best 12 or whatever 13 tracks.
Right.
That's probably what I'm gonna end up doing. It's just I love all of them, but that's probably what I'm gonna end up doing. The only thing I'm missing is getting Float on the track. That's it.
Okay.
That's the only feature I was gonna have on it. Him and my boy who sings, whatever, my boy I know from church or whatever. But that's about it. But
Nice.
yeah, it's gonna be a nice piece of work though, man. Very hip hop. You feel me? Very hip hop. Definitely
you give me old school flow vibes too, like boom bap vibes. So like
I'm heavy. Yeah, a lot of boom bap. Yeah, a lot of boom bap.
Yes,
a lot of boom bap. I mean, it's my favorite kind of, that Pete Rock Premier era, or you know what I'm saying, all that like I guess late 90s. No, actually like mid to late 90s boom bap. There's a lot of that on there. I got some newer modern stuff as well. So it's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be fun. I can't wait to shoot videos for it. I'm gonna get it all professionally done. I got some video heads over here in Texas. So I'm just like, man, I'm just ready to like just have fun with it. You know what I'm saying? Put it out like. So I'm glad that I'm trying to get the channel to grow more.
Love it.
What was that?
I said I see the passion as you talk about it, bro. So I'm looking forward to it, man. And like you said, your channel's gonna grow, bro. Like remember, you started with 5 about 8 months ago, bro, and look where you've gone and look how much you progressed. Like I see the progression every time I watch it. As you see, I'm always tapping in. You know what I'm saying? It's
I love that. I appreciate that.
I'm always tapping in because like I show genuine support and love for people, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a flash in the pan. It's not like I'm like, oh, let me show support to do because I want something out of it. It's like, nah, like I see what you're doing. I appreciate your grind, and that's why I show the love all the time. Like, I just pop in and has the time I'm out. You know what I'm saying? I just pop in, show love, support, like the video, then I'm out. You know what I'm saying? If I like last time I think is I stuck around the longest because I'm sick and shit. But it's a good time to just lay back and just listen, man, because you do a good job of what you do, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you're real comfortable in your niche on what you're doing. And I think that's what's more important as well, too, is that you're so comfortable and you just continue to grow from it and you haven't shied away from it. You know what I mean? You stayed in your square, which I've also stayed in multiple times, hence when you had your rap battle with Dada. You know what I'm saying? Like, you stayed on your square, bro. And I always respect people that stay on their square no matter how much people try to shake them out or rattle them. You know what I mean? And that's something I respected a lot out of that battle because there was baity lines and stuff like that happened in there. And I don't know what your relationship is, and you don't have to explain that, obviously. But when I'm listening to the music, I'm like, okay, I don't know what their situation is, but I'm like, if he jumps off his square, he got him. But because you didn't, it made him more in a box than where you were. You know what I'm saying? You was good. And that's why I respect it. That's also why I gave you the up on it. It's a little biased, but I'm a listener. You know what I'm saying? So,
I think you said that in the beginning of reaction. You're like, I'm a little biased, but
hey, I keep it real, bro. Like I give things a fair shake at the end of the day, either way. You know what I'm saying? Because I still like the way Dada approached it. I do like that approach in battle rap.
Mm-hmm.
But when you listen, you're like, nah, it's kind of like the Drake Kendrick approach. Like when you come in a man's character, and not to say that that's who he truly is, but when you make that approach in rap and you take stuff that you've seen from X, Y, and Z sources, and you put it into your raps, you're gonna get, for me, you're getting the upper hand because you did your homework. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have a lazy effort in your battle attempt, and you came with the facts. You know what I'm saying? Like public perception is what wins battles.
Yeah.
So
yeah, there was a lot. I saw a lot of but I think for the most part, a lot of reactors had me winning that. But there was I still feel like and I told him too because I keep it real, bro. Like I don't really care. You feel me? Like I told those are his best diss tracks he's made. From any other diss tracks he's ever had, those are his two best. Like all his other diss tracks didn't compare to those. So I really feel like I was like, bro, you owe me, bro. You owe me, bro. I pushed your pen crazy, bro. But now we squashed. We good now. We squashed it.
Okay, that's dope. That's dope.
Yeah,
that's dope.
No, I already told him, hey, bro.
Wax, I'm good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nah. I already told him. I said, hey, bro, I ain't gonna never speak. No disparities about you in public. You know what I'm saying? Like we good. Like I ain't gonna say nothing. He was like, 100. Like I'm saying that was it. And then when I hit 20K, he came in the lobby. He's like, yo, congratulations on hitting 20. And I'm saying we straight. We straight. Ain't nothing there. Ain't nothing there. You know what I'm saying? He's dope. He's a dope rapper. Everybody know
he's got a nice style, bro. I definitely like his style for sure. That's why I was just like, all right, like let me see what this is going, and I hope everything just goes on wax and stays that way. And once again, that gives y'all opportunities to help y'all channels grow. It gives people from his side to get eyes on you, and vice versa. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know if I'm interested in that, but yeah, I feel you. There's a certain crowd. There's a certain crowd that rock with him that probably won't feel comfortable over here.
Well, that's cool with everything.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. And you don't need everybody, but some
yeah.
tap in. Like for example, when that happened, I tapped in the Dada's joint. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, all right, like
that's a perfect example right there. That's a perfect
I'm right
example
there.
right
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And you was exposed to somebody, you know what I'm saying, on YouTube who spit, you know what I'm saying, who's nice, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Do you see yourself jumping into the battlefield anytime soon with anybody, orchestrated or not? Now, genuinely for me, I don't like the orchestrated ones where it's like, let's plan to do this. But do you see yourself sharpening your pen again for anybody else out there, whether it be another reactor, or is it something that you're not really
looking for that? No, I'm not looking for that. That only happened because he was just, you know what I'm saying, and I already told him I wouldn't speak about this publicly anymore. But that only happened because he was going. He went a while with just talking about me. Before I said anything, he was just kind of just talking about me, tagging me, and he did it for like a week straight.
Finally took the bait, basically.
Yeah. I was just like, you know what? All right, cool. Well, I asked him if he wanted to rap. I was like, it seems like you want to rap. I was like, either rap or just stop tagging me and stuff. And he was like, I don't want to rap.
I caught into it.
And he was like, I don't want to rap. He said, the last thing I want to do is rap with you, or something like that.
Right.
So I think I just dropped the disc like right after that. But my point was, as far as like the question you said, like, do I want to like? No, I don't be looking for that kind of stuff because that's kind of like it's kind of negative, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if it's fun and it's hip hop, then ain't nothing wrong with it. You feel me? But I'm not looking for it. I mean, there's reactors or creators that I might have issues with who also rap, right? Who I might have issues with behind the scenes that if they ever got froggy, like it would not be well because it's a lot of just snaky stuff people do behind the scenes. People have done some snaky stuff with me, you know what I'm saying? Trying to block my opportunities and stuff with certain people.
It's crazy. I've seen you mention that a couple of times too.
Yeah, it's happened. It's happened. But it would be bad. Like it would be a bad, like the image would look bad for said person if I didn't have grace, you know what I'm saying? If I didn't give grace to this man, like I'm giving you grace by not speaking on this, you know what I'm saying? But if I spoke on this and made it a big deal, people would look at you funny, you know what I'm saying? And but I didn't make it a big deal. I haven't said anything about it, you know what I'm saying? I haven't said Buddy name at all. I'm just gonna grow my channel and
just do you. Yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah, I was talking to Florida about this too, and he was like, hey, bro, he said he sees you as a threat. That's the only reason why he's acting like that. Is because he sees you as a threat. He sees how you do, sees how you really know about this, you know what I'm saying? And stuff like that.
Anytime people go that route, that's because they're feeling threatened by their spot.
Which is silly.
Again, it's so silly because there's so much internet out here, man. There's so many people that are going to gravitate towards you and set person, vice versa, and stuff like that. It's like, why make it a big deal? I think that's when you're paying attention to what other people are doing too much. Now you pay attention a little bit, but doing that too much, now you're starting to rattle your own shit a little bit. You know what I mean? So, because I'm pretty sure there's plenty of motherfuckers out there that ain't liking me. You know what I'm saying? I don't like what I got to say, but I'm not stressing about that because I know who I connect with. I know who I gravitate with. And I know when those things come, they're going to come, whether positive or negative. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, that's not a part of the game, but it is a part of the game at the same time. You just got to learn to navigate around that,
So, yeah, I mean, I'm not looking for it. I put it that way. I'm not looking for it. I'm trying to stay focused on my own music. I'm trying to stay focused on my own music and staying grounded in my own world almost. You feel me? Like I'm not really worried about anybody. What up, Cindy V? Cindy V in the chat. How you doing today? Sick boy Ashley, I see y'all. Yeah, man. That's all that is. But I'm excited about this music though. I am excited about this music. You know what I'm saying? So somebody asked me the other day, like, oh, would you get on a track with I think they had saw either he commented something on one of my videos or they just saw maybe there was in the live.
Right on the couch with drop it, brother.
What happened? Oh, you froze. Hold on, y'all. We'll figure it out. You good?
I'm about to say, I think we have a little lag motion right now. Something weird was happening on both ends, but I think I'm good now.
Oh, you good?
You good?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got an echo. Well, let me see. It went away.
Yeah, shit got real weird for a second on my end too.
Yeah.
That's why I hit too many buttons. I was hitting too many buttons and shit.
Yeah, nah, but anyways, outside of that, yeah, I'm just focused on the music right now, bro. I'm just focused on the
Word,
music right
word.
now. I ain't really worried about no negative noise or anything like that.
Mhm.
I'm not really focused on that. But I'm just I gotta expand. I'm trying to figure out how I can get myself to do this full time. I just gotta
I
like
think that's
generate.
all of us what we trying to do, bro. We all trying
Yeah.
to figure that out at the end of the
And
day.
if I do, I could bring more. You know what I'm saying? I could bring a lot more. I got mad ideas that I can't even execute because I'm so tied up
Tied
in so
up.
much.
Yeah, man. Trust me. There's so many artists that I want to talk to. I want to actually have people physically in the space. There's so many
Mhm.
things I want to do with the platform that I'm building right now. So I'm right there with you on that, man. I want to start being able to have the interview space and the podcast space. That's why I'm glad to talk with people like yourself, connect with Ray Vibes. I think chatting with Hard Target and Simple Man, it kind of gets me prepped and
Mhm.
warmed up to ask these type of questions, know how to have the conversation, and know how to even stop and shut the fuck up sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm so used to talking myself. So I love doing this type of stuff, man, because that's where I want to grow with it, man. I want to be able to have those authentic conversations and those just
Comfortability.
and those rap dialogues and stuff like that. Because I think those have been lost in the last couple of years, especially in these spaces. Because I feel like people like to get sloppy now. They rather talk about the gossip and not about the music as much anymore. It's like, yo, let's bring it back
Yeah.
to of it. You know what I mean? Because I grew up reading the hip hop magazines where all I watched was interviews. I grew up in the Smack DVDs and all that. So
You
I
already
love
know. You
talking
already
about it. You know
know.
what I'm saying? So I think that's why I came onto this too. I'm like, I want to be able to talk to these people about because I feel like they don't want to, because the artists don't really want to talk with the main motherfuckers like that because they are usually setting them up for not the music, you know what I'm saying, and the drama and the bullshit. We know that comes with the music. We've been around hip hop for 20 plus years, you know what I'm saying? And we've seen that. So you know not to ask those questions. It's just like these platforms now set up artists for failure, in my opinion. And I can't stand that because now you wonder why the hip hop police and all that stuff come up because now you're pressing them about certain things they're talking about in their music, which is the hot tops, you know what I'm saying? And then now they're getting RICO'd and shit. So I just always feel like it's a sloppy game in hip hop media as of late. So I'm just trying to hope that I can add my change to it. You know,
I think the future. I think the possible future of YouTube could be like my future goal is this is like way beyond. This is like I don't know 5-10 years from 5-10 years from now. But my future goal is for Goatworthy to be an actual media company that explores and I want people to want like to make that internet Goatworthy cover. Like I want it to be like an online magazine where like the platform is so big that it promotes artists that artists they want their music. It's kind of like the source. Like they're gonna want their music rated. I'm gonna give it however many goats. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be just like the source. And not only that, they're gonna want to be on that goat cover because this is about goats. They want to feel like they're a goat too. So it's gonna be an attraction of that. And on top of that, it's just gonna be something gonna be like, yo. And on top of it, this dude knows what he's talking about. I want him to break down my music, and in the magazine or on an online platform, I'll have descriptions how I'm breaking down their lyrics or whatever, and cadences, and like
that's fire, bro.
It'll be crazy. You know what I'm saying? And I want them to submit their songs to me, like, hey, I'm dropping this album. Can you do a reaction to it? Like, you feel me? And they're gonna start paying eventually. You feel me? Like, and it's like that's how we grow the channel. Like, come get your music broken down by Buddy with 1,000,000+ subscribers. Like, that's worthy. You know what I'm saying? That's worthy of value. Like, and that's like the future. That's what I see with Goatworthy being like just the head of like all these different things. And yeah, I could see that happening. And just bringing that keeping the hip hop element alive, bro.
I think we're on the same wavelength, the same ideas as that. I mean, yours is from a different angle from like the rap side. Mine is more of like the consumer side. But once again, the people that like the music are the consumers for the most part. So it's like you have a relatable guy, which I try to be relatable as possible, or at least if not relatable, somebody that can be like, I can have this conversation with this guy, even if we don't agree with what he may be standing on, but he has a point. You know what I'm saying? So, and music is also just subjective at the end of the day as well, too. So we don't have to chat a little bit more about that because, like, the same way you definitely broke that down is like literally how I have stuff in my notebook and my notes like that. Like, I don't talk to a lot of people about it, and I'm pretty sure you have this same issue, but you also have wifey too. So it's like you can kick those ideas to her. But for me, I ain't got no wife right now. Like when you kick it to people that ain't really trying to hear all that shit, hence why I even do this channel to talk about music because people just ain't trying to hear that every single time. So to get around like-minded people and see that that's the idea and it don't sound too far-fetched because once again, when you have those ideas, if you ain't sharing them with nobody else or if nobody else ain't sharing that same sentiment, it feels far-fetched, off the wall. You know what I'm saying? It don't sound right. But then when I hear you say it, I'm like, okay, everything that I've been thinking about when I approached this from the beginning, I'm on to something. You know what I mean? And that's why I come up to certain people, because I'm like, all right, this is a space where there's a lot of people in this community that had the same mind frame. Now, some people like to keep it here, but you want to bring it there, and I want to bring it there too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna bring it above and beyond.
Hey, and we're gonna bring it there together, bro. We gotta stay. This ain't no flash in the pan. Like, we gotta stay locked in. You feel me? We gotta stay locked in, because trust me, it's gonna happen. Like, it's gonna happen, and when it does, like, I would love for it me to be collaborating with people that I knew from the beginning of my run. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're literally the first person I knew when I first started doing YouTube, bro. You're the first person you're the first creator I spoke to when I first started doing YouTube. I had no plans on even talking to any creators. I thought a lot of them were goofy. I'm just like, I don't relate with these dudes. Like,
I'm not the same dude like these dudes.
I'm from a different world. Like, I really can't relate. Like, I was like, but you know, they come because I'm doing the Eminem stuff, but like, I'm not even from that world. I'm from a different world, bro. But and obviously that's why we click from the jump.
100%.
Yeah, man. But like I said, bro, I'm gonna close it out because I got work tonight. But
oh yeah, no doubt. Listen, I got work in the morning. I've been doing these lives too much. I'm like, yo, I gotta tell y'all, like, I gotta rest.
Chill out. The lives thing with me, bro. What I love about the lives, bro, is just that, bro. I love when I get put onto new music. That's my favorite thing. Elena Rose put me onto Simple Man and Hard Target, bro. I've been like, I just want to hear more Simple Man, Hard Target.
Yes.
I love what I love about my chat, bro. They bring the spiritual music because they know how I get down. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's the thing about the identity of YouTube. Like, you got to be so relatable, or you got to be so yourself, to the point where when they come to the chat, they're trying to put you on to something that they feel you're gonna like. Not so much a selfish request. It's not about what they like. You're gonna get those too. You're gonna get people like, I love this song, just react to it. But for the most part, people who submit songs, they're kind of more like, hey, I feel like you would like this song.
I think you like this. Yeah, I know you see those in the chats all the time.
They're thinking about you. They're thinking about you when they request. And I love that, because most of the time they right. They hit it out the park. You know what I'm saying? I don't freaking cried on live. It gets crazy on live. I don't shed tears on live. I don't freaking got angry, emotional, all types of stuff happen on live that don't happen.
I had to take time today, bro. So trust me, I get it. I was like, oh, these lives are real. Because I used to be like, I ain't crying like no sucker online and shit. Yeah. No, I hit a song today. I was like,
yo, hold on. What you said? I gotta bring you closer. What you said?
I said, hold on. I gotta wait. I'm sorry, guys. Like, I had to walk away twice with that shit, bro. Like,
yeah, he said, hold on, I gotta use the bathroom real quick.
Give me five.
Shut your poke ass up.
That's
hilarious, man. My boy Bobby said, I forgot Beatles from New England too. Good deal,
yes,
good deal,
sir, man. New Englanders out here, baby. You know it.
Yeah, man. That's fire though, man. That's hilarious.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
But yeah, man, I was gonna close this out, man. I was gonna say, hey, bro, look, man, I'm proud of you, man. I like what you're doing, man. Keep doing what you're doing. Stay honest, stay real, man. Stay diligent. Stay in the thick of it. I'm always here, dog. If you ever need to holler about anything, you want to cook up some ideas, or you just need to holler about, thumbnails or whatever the case may be. I will leave you with this, because I like being transparent. I do feel like your thumbnails you could step your thumbnails up, bro. And what's gonna happen is it's gonna step up your views. Like, you have to step up, and like, it's not something it's not other things you need to cause, like, you need to bring attention to, as far as like, like you said, sound quality, like you said earlier, right? Sound quality, your mic, like, that's dope. Like, you got a dope mic, you always sound good. Like, you work on your quality, right? Whatever it is, the production side of it, but it starts at the thumbnail, bro.
Gotta get the eyes on. For real.
It starts at the thumbnail, bro. So do what you gotta do. But like I said, holla at me, bro. We can get like on a Zoom call or something like that, and I can just show you a few little tricks or whatever, and just because I'm telling you that's gonna change. That's gonna change a lot. That's gonna change.
And I know that's what it is too. Because honestly, going back to what you asked me earlier before we head out of here, is like, what can you do to improve? I'm like, I want to figure out these thumbnails, because I'm like, my views, they tend to like looking at them now. I'm like, all right, these are definitely the people that just already subbed to the channel peeping, but I'm like, nothing gets past like depending on what it is, sometimes they don't get past like 2,000 views, depending on the song and shit. I'm like, why does it seem to have that, like, it just stops between the 1K to 2K mark for certain videos? I'm like, what the fuck is it? But once again, it could literally be the element of the thumbnail being cleaner. Because I think right now is that I'm consistent with my look, but it's got to get cleaner. You know what I'm saying? I got to clean it a little bit.
It's got to get sharper. It's got to get sharper.
Yeah.
And it's really about lighting too, though, brother. Like the you got to find a way to fade the back and focus the front. So what I mean by that is, like, it's blue in my room right now, but all the blue is pointing behind me, not on me. You know what I'm saying? So the white light that's in front of me, the ring light, it's just only it's dim and it's only focused on me because my computer's already lighting me up. So I don't need much of a ring light. So the ring light is just creating the better quality for the fact. But the back is blue, and that's pretty much putting everything in one color. You know what I'm saying? So the focus, I am the focus. So on yours, it's more so everything's white. You know what I'm saying? Your wall's white, your hat is white, your shirt's white, the numbers on the jersey is white. So just one color, and so the focus isn't on you, though.
Right.
The focus is, like, if I'm looking at you right now, though, your camera focus isn't on you. Your camera focus is focused on everything you have in that square right now.
Right.
So you got to find a way, and we can chop it up behind the scenes. We can get on the call, whatever. Get on the call, and I can give you, like, some of these lights that I ordered. They mad cheap or whatever, but you can get some of these lights that I ordered that will help the background. Even if you want to do green, you can make your background green, bro. You can make it green, and you can still reflect on everything on what your brand is. Obviously, you know what I'm saying, you big on your brand, but you can still do that, and then make sure you're still the focus. You feel me?
Okay.
But that right there, the lighting, the focus, and the thumbnail will. Bro, I'm telling you, it's gonna set you off. It's gonna do something for you. Believe me, bro. It's gonna do something for you. Everything else is a work in progress. But that you can change right now. You can change that today. You can go to Walmart right now and you can change that right now. But everything else is a work in progress. Your sound, you got to work on. You know what I'm saying? We all got to work on our sound. You know, your approach, how you do your reactions, the camera angles, whatever it is you're trying to do. Right. That's a work in progress. Getting better at reaction, that's a work in progress. But what you can fix now, you should fix now. That's actually more important because it's instant. You can do it now. So I would say, holla at me so we can figure out the thumbnails, whatever, and then also the angles and the lighting, just so that you're more focused, just so that it's more intimate. It's a more intimate look. It's like you and them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not them in your room. You feel me?
And what's funny is that you mentioned that before too, and I've always played with my angles. I'm sure you've seen where I've been up high, I've been like right here, I've been all over the place and shit. And right now,
the angles you'll figure out. You'll find out what's your best. I changed my angles too, bro. Like this, now I'm here. I used to be higher. Well, the camera used to be higher looking down at me, but I don't like
to zoom in more too. I think I should because I want the aesthetics. I'm like, yo, we on the couch chilling and shit. So that's always my approach.
It ain't the aesthetics, it's you. It's you.
Yeah.
You gotta remember, you are the brand. You and whatever you say is the brand, not what's on your background, not the cool hats or the jerseys. That's not your brand, bro. You are the brand. So
it's me.
So let them see it, but you have to find a way for it to focus on you. Because right now it's not focusing on you. You know what I'm saying?
Trust me, next video you see, you're gonna see the zoom in where it's just boom, Beto right here.
Hey, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm looking forward to it, man. I had this conversation with Chris Danger, who we had a similar conversation about thumbnails or whatever. But I told him I said, I'm gonna holler at you in 2-3 weeks, man. I'm gonna see what you got going on. I was like, I'm gonna hold you accountable to your word. So I say the same thing to you, bro. I hold you accountable. I want to see something.
Trust me, you see me change things immediately from the last time we spoke. I was like, all right, these are the thumbnails. All right, boom. That was the first conversation we had. I was like, yo, my man.
Right.
I'm like, what's up with the thumbnails? Like, how you get your background like that and shit? So,
right. I remember, bro. I think I did like a whole video. I think I did a thumbnail for you. I
was like, oh, okay, this is how it is. And that kind of helped my shit a little bit more. But now it's getting it cleaner. It's getting it more crisp because I obviously feel like they're not crisp as I wanted to be. Because I be looking at y'all thumbnails, I'd be like, shit. I'd be like, these just look like they got AI created. Like, goddamn. Yo, clean, though. They clean as fuck.
And they said, get a bird jersey. You wilding back there.
I know, dog. Yo, y'all be killing me in the comments with the bird jersey. I was about to have a bird hoodie, dog, but I forgot to get that shit. So I got it coming soon. Trust me, I got it coming soon. I'm gonna wear it the next time I get it. Wear it just for you, dog.
No doubt, no doubt. All right, man. But listen, we know how we do, man. We can chop it up behind the
Yes,
scenes. We're
sir.
gonna do our thing, and
No,
we're gonna build it. We're gonna keep growing, better in ourselves and better in each other, and being there for each other's support. Yeah, I'm always here, man. If you want to do anything, all we gotta do is schedule it, make it the right timing. Holla at one of my mods or whatever the case may be. We'll make it happen. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm here for, honestly, bro. That's what I'm here for. I have fun, do my thing, but then outside of me having fun doing my thing, doing lives, I'm trying to figure out what impact do I have in this community. Like, who else? You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't just get here. You know what I'm saying? I know something. You feel me? And whatever it is I know, I need to tell somebody. You know what I'm saying? I need to tell somebody because this ain't secret information. You feel me? And I don't never want to come off that way. But yeah, we're gonna keep growing, bro. As as I'm growing, I'm always gonna reach back and say, yo, what you want to do? You want to do a live? You want to do like a reaction, a double reaction, whatever it is. Like people might come, like you want to do a double reaction where we do something like this and we react to something together, and then boom, I post it on my page and then tag you in it. That way, people get more familiar with yours. Like whatever it is you want to do, you figure it out. Let me know, and we'll do it, bro. We'll do it.
And you know what? I'm always holler at you when I gotta holler at you, bro, because I know we both busy as hell, dog. Like we got a whole bunch of shit, life, parenting, all that on the side. So trust me, when I'm ready to hit you, trust me, I'm gonna hit you. I ain't too far to hit you for sure. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna keep cracking up what I'm doing because I put my head down to the ground. I just keep grinding. I take the advice in and I go apply it and shit like that. And then if I'm stuck, that's when I probably holler at you and shit. Cause I like to keep you, keep yourself busy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Keep yourself busy.
I'd be busy, but at the same time, like this is where I got credence. That's what I really care about. So, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying we would do it that day or whatever, but like,
of course.
serve the idea, and then it's gonna stick. Like, well, all right, bet. So let's take a week at least to figure it out, and we'll make it happen. You know what I'm saying? We'll make it happen. Like right now, I do a show with Lisa just because I love her show. I want to see her grow, but she's smart as hell. You know what I'm saying? She knows a lot, and I feel like her opinion would be valued. You know what I'm saying? So I do a show with her now on the channel where it's just about like twice a month. It's called Live with Lisa. You know what I'm saying? And we just
shout out Lisa. I've definitely peeped her a few times.
Shout out to Lisa.
Shout out Lisa.
But we're gonna figure. So I'm saying same thing with you, bro. If you ever want to do something like that, we could do something like that. We could do like we could do like a show. We could do like a show.
I want to have you on my platform to just talk about things and ask you questions as well too. I think this was just like KD.
Yeah, whenever you want to do that, we can do that too.
Yeah, definitely. You on my list of people to talk to.
Right, let's do it, man. All right. Have a bunch of questions for me, bro. Let's have a good time. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I got a bunch, bro. I'm gonna save them for later because I had some right here, but I'm like, I know you got to go, and I'm like, yeah, I gotta get myself settled in for bed too. But
all right, no doubt. So I mean, whatever you want, if you want to do like next week or the week after, whenever, let me know when you want me to come over. I'll pull up. I'll pull up.
We'll figure that out for sure.
All right, bro. I appreciate you pulling up, man. Any last words you want to share?
Hey, man, I just appreciate you, man. And once again, keep growing. Big shout out to your channel, man, and keep doing what you're doing, bro, because nobody's going to take you off your square, bro. And I like seeing that.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that, man. Thank you for pulling up today, man. And, we're going to chop it up behind the scenes, of course, like we always do. But, sooner or later, we'll come back to this. We'll do this on your channel. We'll have a little more fun. We'll have a little more time. I'm a little short on time tonight. You know what I'm saying?
That's all good.
Either way, it was a good hour and a half. It was a good conversation. You know what I'm saying? You wise, bro. You wise. You got an advantage over a lot of people starting off their YouTube channel, and it could just be age, where we at in age. You know what I'm saying? We experienced a lot of life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So starting these channels might be a little bit easier for us. You know what I'm saying? Because we're caught in the middle of that. Like we up there in age, but at the same time, we youthful still. You know what I'm saying? We're still youthful, and we just got a lot of hip hop knowledge, and that matters in this space. You know what I'm saying? That matters.
Absolutely.
So, I would say who we are too. And I would say just stay wise. Keep doing it. Keep being yourself, bro. That's all it's gonna take. And that's the easy part. That's the weight off our shoulders, knowing that we could just walk in here and just like, all right, I'm gonna be myself today, man. I couldn't if I wasn't myself, my shorty wouldn't respect.
It'd be hard to do this. It would be hard to do this if I was sitting here like, yeah, I'm gonna jump around and do all this other shit. Like, nah, I don't do that. Like, I'll chill, I'll react. I'll oohs and hays and holes, but I'm not a extra guy unless it's warranted. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like everything is based off of how I'm really feeling. So 1,000%.
No doubt. Appreciate everybody who pulled up today. Thanks for everybody who said the donations. Definitely appreciate it. Love y'all. Yeah, man. See us next time. Probably another week or so. We're gonna chop it up. We're gonna figure out what's appropriate for a date. And yeah, man. Peace and love, everybody. Appreciate you.
Sir. Appreciate y'all, man. And man, have a good rest of your week, dog.
You too, dog. One.
Yes, sir.